Hello there, App Spy viewers. My name's Peter, and I've got a hands-on video for you. This time it is with Max Gentleman. Max Gentleman is, well, it was a Kickstarter, basically, and the game is from the Men with Many Hats, I think the studio is called. Which, you know, that's kind of cool for this kind of a game, because this is a game about getting many hats and also avoiding pigeons as best as you possibly can. So I'm tapping and holding on the screen, and that's providing this little line, and it's helping me select the hat that I want to hop over the sort of pigeons with, basically. And the goal is to pick up as many hats as possible. And you'll see if I run into this, you might have seen that at the bottom there, the red hats sort of went down by one. It's gonna... Oh, no, managed to get around it. I'm gonna make it happen again in a moment. So keep an eye on the red hats, and... Oh! Managed to smack into it, darn. Oh, and again, just for good luck. So... You kind of get lives, but it's an auto carriage driver action game. You know, picking up as many hats as you possibly can and avoiding birds along the way. So I'm, tapping and holding. It's giving me the line. I let go, and I'm hopping over stuff. There's a bit of a problem when it comes to actual gameplay, in so much as it's not great. So, if I hold the line up there, if I hold the line, the hat that I want to select isn't immediately selected. So, let's go here. Oh gosh. The hat that I actually want, I can tweet that shit, brag on Facebook. I've unlocked a new hat. You do unlock new hats, that is amazing. Oh, let's retry. Come on. Okay, here we are. So as we as we pick up hats, we'll see that the actual hat that you're trying to pick up isn't immediately selected. It sort of gradually gets there. So if you're at the top and then you tap there, it takes a little while to get there, and that often results in you, if you're at the top, losing your hat, basically. Losing your hat. And it feels kind of... I don't know. It feels unfair. And if I tap quickly, I tend to kind of... I've had instances where the same hat jumps twice, even though I've sort of moved the sort of scrolling bar down, which is a bit of a pain. So the gameplay is, for this mode, isn't fandabby-dozy, let's put it that way. So let's pause it and go into the main menu. It's got a brilliant sense of humour, Max Gentleman, really does. Cultured for life in that fantastic tattoo font. I'm going to call it tattoo font because that's how it's mostly used now, isn't it? That strange gothic font. Let's be Max Gentleman. It's got a great sense of humour, all these ripped bods and drinking pints. Let's go with drinky level, so we can select from different hats. We got the fez, so let's go with fez. This sort of mode has different controls, and so I'm tapping right and left on these virtual sticks and picking up pints and drinking them, and then guys are throwing beers at me. This mode is weaker than the last. I'm not a fan of this mode at all. So again, same sort of deal. You're making hats jump when things are coming towards you. But the game asks you to be quite precise with the controls. And again, I've thought that I'm pressing left, and the game has thought that I'm tapping to make my hat jump or whatever. So you've got to pick up these pints as quickly as possible, and again, that makes it quite tough. The visuals are neat. I like the look. I like this sort of over-the-top Victoriana ridiculous situation. I think it's hilarious, actually. But if you actually stop and look at the visuals, let's look at the guys in the background, right? It's what, 4 frames of animation? for the entire thing, like repeating over and over and over and over again. Same with your character. That lady there, she's enjoying a glass of well, that looks like Ribena, but you know, like, she's not moving at all. Neither is the gentleman accompanying her. So it's quite basic. Fireplace just isn't moving. Like, it just looks really sort of basic and a little bit disappointing. And again, the game has exactly the same thing there. You know, you see, I tried to get to the bottom there, but just the hat selection did not move in time, so I wasn't able to get to it. So I managed to lose a hat. And if I don't get enough hats, then I'm going to lose. And I'm going to lose now, just to kind of show you what I mean. And there's also multiplayer modes, if that's your cup of tea. But when the main game itself isn't amazing, it's kind of difficult to recommend that you go and play it in multiplayer. Woohoo! Pork pie! My favourite hat, maybe. So, it's not brilliant, basically, is Max Gentleman. It's kind of funny, but the joke starts to wear a little thin after a while. We were just on the score attack stage, but we can pick different challenge levels, that sort of thing. And yeah, we can play sort of different versions of the same game, avoid different coloured hats. So we can do that if we like. So that's fine. But yeah, it's not brilliant. Basically, I think it's kind of a not weak, but it's just not fantastic. It just feels like there was a really funny joke here, and then the joke got really boring after a while because it was the same joke. So if you did kickstart for it, then this is what you've got, and if you didn't kickstart for it, I don't know. Have you got some sort of time to spare on a game like this? If you do, then hey, maybe you'll find the sort of one-note gameplay joke there quite funny. Or maybe not, I don't know. Let me know if you think that this has tickled your Victoriana bone in the comments below.
This is Peter with appspy.com. We review, you decide.